Previously on Slap Maxwell.
Nelson, do you mean you're going to replace Slap with somebody out of a folder? Somebody we don't even know?
Kitty Nova.
Long time, Slap.
Nelson doesn't think Slap's coming back. What do you think, Dutch? Have you heard anything from him?
Not a peep.
Come on. Got a lot of catching up to do.
I won't be coming back.
Who the hell are you?
I'm your new sports writer. Harper. Call me Lou.
Let's go. Just take a look here. So this is it, huh? The American dream. The joy of inhaling a quart and a half of kitchen sludge. The beauty of stuffing dead grass into a hefty bag. The thrill of obliterating your thumb with a 3-pound claw hammer. Yep. This is it, all right. Okay, let's see what we got now. The average American, everyday hero against drain pipe. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, honey. Now let's see, give that a try. Okay. All right, that's progress.
I think they knew they couldn't escape. Hell, they were smack in the middle of Nazi Germany.
Are you kidding? They could have gotten out anytime they wanted to. Even if Schultz knew there was an escape, he wouldn't say anything. And that other guy, what's his name, that Colonel Klink? That man was an idiot.
Good morning, folks. I'd like to say a few words here.
Well, it's the same thing with Jeannie. She couldn't have come out of that bottle in the time she wanted. She'd have turned into smoke.
Hey, I'm talking over here. Thank you. Now, I'd like to have a word with you folks about a couple of things. Now, I know we've all had our share of problems.
But if we're going to talk about that piece on the Pedersen case, I can assure you, Nelson, I double-checked the spelling myself, and it was A-OK.
It doesn't matter, Lloyd.
Yeah, nice work, Lloyd. Pedersen was sentenced to life in prison for premeditated murder.
Anyway, as you all know, we've had some tough times of late. Circulation's been off, fortunes look grim. But today, I am proud to announce that we're going to be looking at a whole new ball of beans. A fresh start for the old rag. Let me officially introduce you to our new sports writer. Our new ace in the race. Lou? Ladies and gentlemen, Lou Harper.
Thanks, Nelson. Guess I'm supposed to say a few things about myself. Well, I'm not much for tooting my own horn, so I'll keep it short and sweet. I was raised in a small town, middle of the Missouri Corn Belt, but I'm not saying how long ago. And I remember one summer evening sitting on my granddaddy's lap, looking out over an endless sea of rich green corn stalks. They stretched as far as the eye could see. And Granddaddy asked me what I wanted to do when I grew up, and I said, Granddaddy, I'm going to leave all this and do something to help my fellow man. And he smiled and said, why'd you decide that? And I said, because I'm sick of all this corn. Well, I guess that's about it, unless anybody has any questions.
Yeah. Who's going to take the playoffs this year?
Which ones?
Take your pick.
Hockey. I think the Flyers ought to bury Edmonton. Too much dissension, even with Gretzky. Basketball. I wish I could tell you it'd be Michael Jordan and the Bulls, but there's still one power forward short. So I'm afraid we're stuck with the Lakers one more year. But watch out for Seattle.
Any other questions? Good. Okay, everybody, let's get to it. Back to work.
Thank you all. Really.
Man, oh man. Sharp as two tacks stuck in a duck. Judy, you want to scrape up some of that old Maxwell stuff so that Lou there knows the kind of stuff we don't want?
Excuse me, Ms. Harper.
You're Charlie, aren't you?
That's right, ma'am. Charles Wilson, and I just want you to know that if you need any assistance at all, I'm available.
You could help me clear everything out of this alcove.
I can't do that. This is Mr. Maxwell's stuff, and he's not here.
Well, that's the idea, isn't it?
But if he should come back and see his desk empty, I'm almost certain something bad would happen to me personally.
We'll start with the top drawer. Here, why don't you grab some of those photographs off the wall and put them in here?
You mean the one of the 49 Longhorns and Ted Williams?
Yeah.
Well, they sort of can't be moved. They sort of belong there on the wall. Mr. Maxwell, he,
There. They're yours. Take them home.
Charlie, I think we should just put these in storage.
Sturdy, isn't it? You know, I get the feeling that I'm dismantling some kind of shrine. Your Mr. Maxwell must have been well liked around here.
Well liked. Well, I liked him, just to name one person. And a lot of people who didn't know him personally, they liked him. And those who didn't like him, well, they certainly noticed him. Here, Nelson said you might need these.
Thanks. And for what it's worth, I appreciate your help. You know, a lot of people wouldn't even offer. First day on the job, new faces, new town.
Well, if there's anything else I can do, my desk is right over there.
Miss Rolston, aren't these the earrings you used to wear?
No.
But they were right there. Mr.
Thanks, Charlie. He fixed them. Slap was, good with tools.
Sorry it took so long, honey.
Thank you.
The guy had trouble making change. Must have been chewing gum at the same time. Thank you. Sorry about this darn car top, too.
No corn dog?
Yeah, in the bag.
No.
No? That's apropos. What, do they have little ordinance in this town against hiring competent people?
It's all right, Slap. There's another bag of fries. I can fill up on those.
You ever get tired of this, honey? Living here in Mayberry, RFD.
Look, Slap, if you want to go, we'll go.
Just like that, huh? You go.
Sure. I don't want to stay if you don't.
Or you just pick up and leave? You don't want to argue?
About what? I like it and you don't.
Well, then let's argue about something else.
Why?
Well, because I feel like arguing, okay? I think it's good for us to argue.
Okay.
Okay? See, honey, you can't even argue about arguing.
Slap.
Well, no, I say let's argue, and you just say okay when you don't even want to argue.
Now you're getting me confused.
I just want you to tell me. Just, I don't want to argue. That's the way you feel, say it.
I did.
That's good. That's good. Now, that's a start.
Look, Slap, if you want to go home, we'll go home.
I want to watch the movie.
Then hush.
Why? Oh, that's right. This one's a talkie.
Damn fine writing. No punches pulled. Sharp images, clear, crisp. Solid writing.
I get the feeling you're going to say but.
The Slap Maxwell stuff. Sort of sweeping him under the sofa, don't you think?
He deserted you and this paper. This town. Remember?
This makes it sound like he's dead.
As far as this paper's concerned, he is. It's time for a new voice, a new style, real sports journalism. Not just a string of clever homilies, one man's scant view of the sports world. Slap Shots, it was about Slap Maxwell. Lou Harper on sports is about sports.
I don't know. Just doesn't feel right. I mean, I know the man annoyed the whiskers off everybody, especially me. Still, I was his best friend.
This is business. And you know as well as I do, you can't base business solely on friendship.
I don't know. I just want to be sure I'm keeping the worms off the sidewalk. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Spoon in the kettle, you don't get burned.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So, we run it?
We run it.
A&E will be right back with Dabney Coleman in Slap Maxwell.
Fans, please.
Mr. Garfield, welcome to Embassy Suites Hotel.
My room.
Here you get a suite for about the price of a room at most Marriotts or Hyatts.
Beautiful. Don't change a thing.
The living room, sir.
Love what you've done with this room.
The bedroom.
This is great. I need my space.
And of course, you'll want to take advantage of Embassy Suites' free breakfast.
Food.
Served every morning.
At Embassy Suites, you don't have to be a fat cat to enjoy the sweet life.
I resemble that remark.
Linda and Michael wanted a family.
I spent 2 weeks out of the month whacked out on fertility drugs. 2 weeks depressed that didn't work.
Lucy and Sam were having one.
You don't think I'd let you give my baby to just anyone, do you?
They started out strangers. They became immediate family.
Who are you?
The parents.
Miss Moore's parents?
The baby's parents.
Glenn Close, James Woods, Mary Stuart Masterson, Kevin Dillon, immediate family. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, October 27th at select theaters.
This isn't my regular raisin bran. This is raisin nut bran. This raisin is covered with nuts. Well, that makes this a raisin nut. This raisin nut bran is nice. This is better. This is terrific. This is wonderful. This is mine. And so is this.
Raisin Nut Bran. One bowl and you'll be ours.
It can be violent and unforgiving, yet its muddy waters nourish China's vast inland empire. Along its fertile banks blossoms an ancient civilization known simply as the Yellow River. And witness the four seasons through the eyes of China's peasant farmers in a land of incomparable beauty and harsh realities. Here life is not a fight for democracy, but a struggle for survival in a red dynasty as China, the winds of change, continues. Monday on A&E.
A&E Stage presents a spectacular evening of opera. Luciano Pavarotti stars in the world television premiere of La Boheme. Thursday.
A&E is back with Dabney Coleman as Slap Maxwell.
Don't worry about throwing it in the sprinkler. No. I'll just hang it over a radiator. Right in the sprinkler. Oh, boy. Oh, what? Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Look, I know I shouldn't yell at the news. Look, I promise I'll never yell at him again. Okay, just...
No, it's not that.
No? What is it then?
Kip found out he has a malignant tumor.
Kip?
And he just got married to Brittany a month ago.
Oh, your soap opera. You're sitting here crying over a soap opera.
Will you finish feeding her for me? I'll make her some coffee. Okay. I mean, anybody but Kip. He had such a great future.
Okay, here goes nothing. What is this, nuclear waste?
Slap, you've had a burr under your saddle all morning. Is there something you want to talk about?
No, honey, not really. I mean, it's just your life. I mean, is this what it's come to? Ryan's hope, taking care of this little rugrat. I mean, I know there's the hospital and all that, but Easy, honey, okay? We're trying to have a little conversation.
Look, I like being a nurse. I like working at the hospital. I know it isn't big, but it means a lot to me.
I know. Thank you. I see, that's my point. I mean, you're a nurse. You can work in any town you want to. Now, why not pick one that has an actual stoplight?
You're going to leave, aren't you? That's what this is all about.
I just want to go to a town where most of the adults are literate.
You loved it last week. The simplicity. You said it was real.
I know, this is true, but I've got to hear car horns again.
Okay. Any idea where you'll be going?
Both of us. You're coming with me.
My family's here. My whole life is here.
Honey, we'll take a photograph album with us, but let's go. Let's just get in the car and go. North to Chicago. Maybe over to Seattle. Down to California. L.A. L.A. has a paper that I happen to know needs a little help.
I don't know.
Kitty, do you love me? Well, let's do it. Right now. I mean, right this instant. Let's just pack and leave.
What about the baby?
I'll leave her my MasterCard.
Hey, please.
Just a little joke. We'll wait till her mom gets home, right? But honey, I want you to see me in my natural environment. Tracking down a lead, ruffling a few feathers, pounding out my column under the crunch of a deadline. I mean, I've got to have that.
Well, we'll have to wait till after my shift. I mean, I just can't leave him hanging,
Okay,
you know, no,
all right.
no notice.
Jake's. I'll meet you at Jake's at 4 o'clock, all right?
Oh, it's a little early.
4:15. Okay?
4:15.
Great.
Nelson got you delivering papers now?
No, just thought you might want to look it over.
Lou Harper on sports. Didn't I meet him?
Yeah, only he's a she.
Ah, yes, all coming back to me now. I did meet this she. From Mike Schmidt poking a hole in the sky with another home run to Dan Marino ignoring his ravaged knees to fling spears into his mammoth oppressors. These are moments to treasure, and I will treasure them with you.
She has a certain style, doesn't she? I mean, she doesn't out-and-out stink.
That what you were hoping? Won't give you a view through beveled glass, no bile-colored tint on this writer's lens. Just sports, plain and simple.
You think she's good, huh?
Harks back to another era. Press box poets.
Not to mention the fact that she's nice. I like her, Dutch.
Which puts you in a quandary, quandarily speaking.
I just keep wondering how he'd feel about this if he knew.
No way he could know unless the ledger's got nationwide circulation.
Well, you're probably right. And there's probably not even one person who'd know where he is to tell him.
Mm-hmm.
But since we're already theorizing, who do you think that one person would be?
Theoretically?
In this whole town, who would Slap Maxwell confide in?
Hard to actually say about something like that.
Well, I'd better get back up there. Not that there's much to get back up to. It's real quiet up there, smooth, no bumps, nobody to stir things up.
About your theory? Maybe I'll ask around.
Maybe you will.
Tell him, Dutchman, will you? Pigs don't sweat. Tell him.
I believe we had the same discussion about a week ago, Howard. Looked it up, in fact. Pigs don't sweat. Can't. No sweat glands.
Okay, but they stutter. I know that.
Yeah.
Wet one, Jeff.
Excuse me, is this clock running? Is this clock a little fast?
Yeah. Exactly 12 hours fast.
American Indian, right? Not usually noted for their humor.
Hey. Ain't you that guy that comes in here once in a while with Kitty Nolan?
Yeah, you didn't see her in here earlier, did you? I'm a little late.
No. You originally come from around this area. Met Kitty in high school back in the 1800s?
Yeah. What are you, the village historian?
Yeah, maybe.
You know her pretty well, do you?
Well as anybody, I guess.
She's not usually late, is she?
Unless she's got something she has to do or there's something she don't want to say. I got me a fresh blueberry pie back there. Real flaky crust.
No, thanks, pal.
Can't you make the music?
You sure?
You could tell time by it.
Sell you a lot. But that is not a gentleman's code. So make it one for my baby, one more for her. Good Lord.
Man, have to look a long time to find a sight more pitiful than this.
Dutchman.
Ain't Cinderella.
What are you doing here?
Just passing through the general metropolitan area when I happened across that sorry excuse of yours for a car.
Just passing through, huh?
Matter of fact, it's quite a story.
Yeah?
I got this friend owns a single-engine crop duster. Was headed this way, so I thought I'd take me a leisurely airplane ride.
What do we have here?
Nothing much. Small-town newspaper making a comeback.
Lou Harper on sports. Kind of cocky for a new kid. What's he, about a year and a half out of college? Failed jock, trying his hand at a typewriter, right?
Hard to tell, except on the issue of his general gender. And as I understand it, he's generally a she, not a he.
A woman? Let me guess, about 210 pounds, butch haircut, just knocked the hell out of you if you open the door for her, right? The readers are writing in? What the hell do they know? Oh, he's got to be desperate times for old Nelson, right? Oh, boy. Okay. Your little ploy worked. I hear you. They're calling me back. When I hear a cry like that, a plaintive cry, it's just not in my blood. Let that go unanswered. So, all I need is a phone booth to change at. Let's go. You know, Dutch, you let something like this go, you'll be seeing full-page spreads on color-coordinated uniforms. Hair care for the serious athlete.
As some folks say, this Lou Harper filled the shoes you left behind.
Not a chance, Dutchman. So why didn't you just phone?
Well, I kind of wanted to see that silly-looking mustache, that receding hairline. Smell that smelly cigar in person.
You missed me, is that it?
That, and you got about a $400 tab running at the restaurant.
Silly looking, huh?
Pretty much. Out of style, mostly.
Could shave it.
Thereby leaving the alternative, which is worse.
A woman, huh?
A&E will be right back with Slap Maxwell.